What is a big dream? Big dream. What would you like to achieve? It's not supposed to be on a career or business or something or money. It can be anything. Some country you wanna visit or something.
I come from India, but there are tons of high potential children who don't get education. It's very tough for them to get education. So someday, somehow, I don't know how, but I want to find time and money to help them.
Kellogg making people connected, and it's people with big soul and people with big dream, and I'm sure these people will run the world.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Today, Friday, our intensive week in Kellogg. I want to say thank you, Ajit. Ajit. I want to make sure I pronounce correct.
That's right.
Ajit joined me for this conversation. Thank you for your time. And I always try to tell people why I do this. One of the ideas, I want to know people more, and I always get something new. Another reason, in 10-15 years, I believe all these people will be in new level. And it'll be interesting to watch and say, okay, how we dream and what we got, and think about that time.
Yeah.
Then welcome to my vlog, and tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do?
Okay. I'm Ajit. I grew up in India, came to US a couple of years back. I'm a consultant. I work with a consulting firm called ZS Associates. My role currently is to help pharmaceutical companies in the US on their technology innovation.
Got it. How many years have you been living in US?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. And it's your background in your degree, it's a pharmaceutical, or you don't have any?
I'm a computer science engineer.
Okay.
I started my way programming, coding, etc. But then I have worked in services industry as well. And then I ended up in technology consulting.
And that's what you plan to do, or you have any ideas what you like to do?
I am exploring. I really like what I'm doing right now. But since I'm new in US, I'm also exploring what other possibilities are there.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. And what made you decide that you want to go to Kellogg, and why you want to get executive MBA program?
So I came to US a couple of years back. It was all COVID. And I knew very few people in the city. I was very new to the culture, an American way of living, right? For example, I would go talk to my client. They would talk about weather in Fahrenheit. They would talk about sports that I don't play or watch. I've played cricket and soccer all my life. I call it football. I didn't even know that there is an American football and there's a thing like it. We call it rugby back in India. It was very new culturally for me. So one thing I really wanted to do was integrate into culture. There was one. The other thing was, all my life I wanted to do MBA. All my life. So just as I completed engineering, since then I've been preparing to get into B schools. Sometimes I got a good job opportunity, so I could not do it. Sometimes I did not get the college I really wanted or school I really wanted, so I could not do it. And it just kept going on the back burner. Kellogg, I was not really planning on joining for a very long time. I just moved here, and this is a city to do MBA, right? I mean, if you are in a city where there's Booth and Kellogg, and you don't think about doing it, you're losing out on a big opportunity. So that's what started clicking on me. A few of my colleagues did it. So one of my same level, same company, ZS, one person did it in 128. I spoke to them, and I could see that change in them in the way they were working, because I know them.
In career, or just in life, or
everything actually, right? Everything, right?
They were totally different people.
Yeah, right. You see that stark change in people on how they would communicate with clients, on how confident they would feel about themselves. And her name is Tina. I learned from her that it's really working out. The other thing was also my company sponsors MBA. I wanted to take
great.
opportunity of that, so that I'm not going to hide that, right? So that's another factor. I wanted to make sure that I do it. So there was a cultural aspect of integration. There was an opportunity that the company was offering. I wanted to avail
Of
that.
course.
This was right time, right place. Chicago, it's very convenient for you to be here, right? Lot more convenient for you to just fly in from somewhere, etc.
Every second
So all those things started tying up. And then at career also, what was happening was I am very close to partnership at a consulting firm. So when you get to partner,
how does this work? Sorry, because when people from corporation, I'm not really know how this process works because I'm own business, never work for corporations. How this process works? How you can be a partner in consulting, same as lawyers, companies.
Yeah, it's very similar. So the way consulting works is all consulting firms,
law companies,
all consulting firms are basically privately owned. McKinsey, Bain, BCG, they're not publicly traded, listed. They're all.
Are your company compete with these big players on the market?
Yes.
Okay, but you specifically in pharmaceutical.
Correct. So for example, McKinsey would consult all industries, and they have a pharmaceutical division, right? It's called practice. So they have a pharma practice. We and McKinsey or we and Bain or BCG would compete head-on consulting all pharma clients. So whatever McKinsey would do for pharma, we would do for pharma. That's what my company does. The way consulting firms work is you start as an associate, you get to a consultant, then you get to a manager, and then you get to a partner. These are just 4 levels. Sometimes there are levels in between. Our company has 6 levels, but primarily there are these 4 levels.
Got it.
So you typically join as an MBA in consulting. There are very few engineers who join because they are like domain experts. Most of MBAs join consulting, and then you grow up through ranks. And the good part, bad part about consulting is once you make to a partner, you're not sharing profit with anybody. The profit either gets reinvested into the company or you take it home as partners of the company. So that's when you really make money. Until you're a partner, you're working for the partner in a way.
What is a big dream? What would you like to achieve? It's not supposed to be on a career or business or something or money. It can be anything. Some country you want to visit or something like that.
So country visiting, I think what we decided to do is I keep waiting for something to happen and I visit. And instead of that, I and Tarini, we try and take one country every year and we visit it, come what may. So this year, I think 28th of July to 12th of August, we are going to Norway.
Oh, wow.
So last year we were in Austria. So we do that one country
a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we could do.
How many countries did you visit already?
I think I visited more than 30 countries.
More than 30.
Because I was also living in Germany for some time.
Oh, okay. See, you didn't tell us about that.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about my whole journey. But I was in Germany for a few years. And
which city?
I was not even in a city. So there's a city called Nuremberg.
I know Nuremberg.
You know, it's between Frankfurt and Munich. Near Nuremberg, there is a town called Erlangen.
Okay.
And near that, there is a small village called Herzogenaurach, which is where Adidas and Puma are headquartered.
Okay.
Adidas and Puma were started by 2 brothers, Adidasler and Puma one. So I used to work for Adidas. Adidas was my client.
Wow.
And that's why I used to live in that town.
Still headquarters in that?
Yes. They have like amazing building. It's called World of Sports.
I follow now new CEO of Adidas. Maybe he's not new, but the guy, he's doing ski and other sports. I follow him on the Twitter.
Who? Herbert Hainer?
Yeah.
Herbert Hainer? Okay. Yeah. So he's also So and that's how I fell in love with Bayern Munich, which is the club I support. Okay. That's where I was in Germany, and so that's another story. So because of Germany, then you can get to a lot of countries, right? In Germany, 3 hours you get to Prague. 9 hours you get to Paris, 3 hours you get to 4 hours you get to Milan. So nice. Switzerland is right by. Salzburg is 2.5 hours of drive in Austria. So that covers a lot of countries for you. But I think even doing one country at a time, we've done 11. So that's why I feel like I don't want to keep my life on a pause that something will happen then, and then I will start traveling, or
Yeah, it's
right?
the right decision.
Because what do you know about life, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about tomorrow? So that's what we've been trying to do. The big dream, though, two big dreams that I have, and they're not like related to money or success. They're very small things. One thing I really like to do is I like to teach a lot. So sometime in my life, I want to teach underprivileged children.
Okay.
I come from India, but there are tons of high potential children who don't get education. It's very tough for them to get education. So someday, somehow, I don't know how, but I want to find time and money
To help them.
to help them get
Or
education.
teach them or help them maybe financially.
Both.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
not financially.
Okay.
More teach them, because I
Okay.
also like teaching a lot.
Okay.
So like teenagers or even younger kids.
I met a guy before I got accepted to the school.
Mhm.
He's from India. He was born in India. His dad owned a huge oil company before. Long story, but I met him. We had conversation, and after I got accepted, I texted him like I got accepted to Kellogg, and he finished Kellogg.
Okay.
And he's actually in board of directors, something
Okay.
like that here. And he has scholarship program here, 3 students in Kellogg, 10 people in India,
Wow.
and 3 students in Ohio, Columbus. He paid scholarship for them.
Wow.
And same idea. He told me very famous engineer school in India, and he said they take only from each state only one person.
Okay.
He finished the school. That's why he paid for 3, 5 or 10. I don't know. Some numbers of people he pay in India because he said it's very difficult to get there.
And Roman, India is very different, right? If you buy like a very costly handbag for your wife here in US, let's say you buy a Gucci handbag, something like that, Louis Vuitton handbag, it costs you $2,000. Somebody can study engineering in India in $2,000, because that's how the money conversion works. In $2,000 here would be 160,000 rupees in India.
And what will make you more happy is also very huge positive emotions when you do that.
Exactly. You get one kid educated and you change lives of 10 people on one side versus buying one handbag here, which you're going to like, after 3 years, you'll want another one.
It's a great dream. Kellogg making people connected, and it's people with big soul and people with big dream. And I'm sure these people will run the world.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
100%. Thank you, man.